Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu, and we are back with another vocabulary session for you. So yes, this is month of November and we are all happy with the new month. Probably things are going to change soon and we'll be all out of pandemic very soon. So guys, we have also unleashed and revealed the RRB NTPC sessions also. So whosoever is opting for this exam can go and watch these videos as well. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe it for regular sessions with us. Now let's begin with today's article, and we're going to discuss a new set of words today for sure. Science of monsoons, or need for better forecast. Now, science of monsoons, like if you're talking about weather, and if it is forecast, so definitely weather forecast. Okay, you see there are weather forecasts which are made, and there are different announcements made. Probably this is the time we'll have rain, probably this is the time we're going to experience a sunny day, so all of that. So we need a better for the better forecast. We need better science, which means probably they're talking about upgradation, the technology, or maybe something. Let's have a look in the article today. One important point that I want to highlight is, guys, this verb, okay, forecast can be a noun and it can be a verb, okay, both ways. And you guys know it is a kind of future announcement, future prediction. My point is that this word is used in error spotting or sentence improvement many times, because people believe that this can be used in past as forecasted, which is wrong. The present form is forecast, past form is forecast, and third, that is past participle, is also forecast. So we cannot, when we do not add ed to change it to past. It is forecast, 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 broadcast, broadcast, broadcast. So you guys have to remember these verb forms so it becomes easier for you too. Okay, now India needs better science to prepare more effective disaster management plans. So it says that we need a bit of better science, which means definitely that we need better research or technology. Alright, जिससे कि थोड़ा हम जो डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान्स हैं वो वेल इन एडवांस कर सकते हैं. देखो करते अभी भी हैं, वी हैव प्लान्स इन एडवांस, बट दे वांट इट टू बी इफेक्टिव. ओके, the Southwest Monsoon 2020 has officially drawn to an end with the India Meteorological Department, that is IMD. Now this can be useful with respect to current affairs perspective, because this is of international concern. So IMD declaring a withdrawal. Withdrawal is a noun, guys, which means an act of retreating. जैसे कि वापस ले लेना अपना नाम, ठीक है, वापसी जिसे हम कहते हैं, अपना नाम withdraw कर लेना. So declaring a withdrawal of the associated winds and rainfall pattern from India on Wednesday. So the Southwest Monsoon 2020, okay, it has come to an end, and IMD says it declares that the winds and rainfall pattern from India has been withdrawn. It has been taken away on Wednesday. So that if you say it has gone back, वापस चले गया है. The over 8% surplus this year has surpassed the IMD's estimate. Surpass is a verb. Surpass is a verb, alright, which means to exceed. To exceed, जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं बढ़ चढ़ना. Okay, I will wipe off the screen and explain it to you. Okay, surpass in Hindi it means बढ़ चढ़ना, बढ़ चढ़कर कह सकते हो आप. Okay, so that is surpass, to exceed. It is a verb, alright. Now, surpass the IMD's estimates. So definitely there was 8% surplus, and we are all aware of Hyderabad and Kerala. So because of the excessive rainfall or as other than expected. Okay, so this went beyond the estimates by IMD. Okay, for this year. For the first time since 2010, India got more than 100% of its long period average of 88 centimeter in consecutive years. If we talk about, if this is a comparison made to past, okay, past because we're talking about 2010, it says since 2010, okay, India got more than 100% of its long period average. This is for the very first time after these many years that we got LPA ka total 100% this time. So again, this was almost 88 centimeter. Okay. Last year the country saw record rainfall of 110% of the LPA, the highest in a quarter century. In a quarter century, it is the highest. India has never got over 105% of the LPA in consecutive years. In at least 30 years. In at least 30 years we haven't got it. But last year it was 110%. According to records available since 1988 on the IMD website, this is true as per the record for 30 years. Meteorologists often speak of 2 or 3 decade epochs of rainfall variation. Epoch is the era, okay? It's noun. Era, जिसे हम कहते हैं कि एक तरीके का काल, है ना? जैसे समय, भाई पिछला समय वो हमारे ज़माने की बात, तो epoch of, so it says the meteorologists or the scientists, they talk of almost 3 epochs, 3 decade epoch. मतलब आप 30 साल पहले चले जाइए, उस रेनफॉल वेरिएशन की जो है वो डिस्कशन वहाँ पर या इंफॉर्मेशन वहाँ पर प्रोवाइडेड है. Since 2000, India was in a low patch with several drought areas or drought years and had barely a handful of above normal or excess rainfall. Had a handful, which means a few or some. Like little bit, थोड़ा, ठीक है. तो नॉर्मल या एक्सेस रेनफॉल की मैं बात करूँ, अबव नॉर्मल या थोड़ा सा भी एक्सेस रेनफॉल, सो वो बहुत ही रेयर होता था ऐसा. इट वाज बेयरली देयर, मतलब बहुत ही रेयर था ऐसा होना in since 2000 if you talk about. In that light, the 2 years of magnificent monsoon could signal magnificent monsoon. Okay, the 2 years of magnificent, that is an adjective which means rigorous. Could signal a possible return to a rainy epoch. Rainy epoch, rainy era और काल. मतलब कहते हैं कि 2 साल तक जो sufficient monsoon रहा था, magnificent था, rigorous था, it was there. That was a signal or that was a sign that probably we would all be back, or the rainy season or the rainy era would be back again. While it could mean more rain, it also implies floods, overflowing dams, landslides and loss of lives. Definitely, because these are the negative points that count or that stand if we talk about excess or excessive rainfall. Then the excessive rainfall with it brings what? It brings flood, landslides, and because of all these disasters, definitely there is loss of life, right? Moreover, surplus rains are not evenly distributed in time and space. Therefore, much like there are attempts to improve flood forecast warnings, especially the short-term ones, there ought to be commensurate efforts by authorities and infrastructure agencies to prepare for the environmental and ecological impact of excess rain. So what is the writer trying to explain here? He is trying to say that the warnings, that are the possible warnings that could be given of the floods, okay, the short-term ones, they should be given one time. See, the forecast should be well on time. It should be effective. It will be effective only if it comes like it gives you ample of time to prepare or to have plans to rescue people, okay, or to rescue the entire area. All right, so you prepare for that, to be planned for that. You need to have proper warnings. See, warnings are there. The writer is not saying that the warning is not there as of now. The warning is there, but he's saying that to make it more effective, it has to be a bit prior now. All right. Then it says that only then the authorities and the scientists and infrastructure agencies, they have to make commensurate efforts, that is proportionate efforts. Commensurate is an adjective, okay. Commensurate is an adjective, so it has to come up for commensurate efforts or proportionate efforts. ठीक है, you have to make जितना भी संभव हो वैसे efforts आपको करने पड़ेंगे उसके लायक, okay, उस चीज को संभालने के लिए. This year, the IMD undertook a long due revision of the onset. Onset, that is the beginning. So it took a lot of time, ठीक है, शुरुआत जिसे हम कह रहे हैं यहाँ, beginning, onset, okay. So IMD ने बहुत time लिया and withdrawal dates of the monsoon in India, इसको revise करने में बहुत समय लगा है. तो IMD at this year it has disappointed many. By this reckoning, which means इस इनके हिसाब से reckon, though it's a verb but reckoning यहाँ पर noun की तरह use हुआ है, which means the act of calculating or making or calculation or revising something, some data or some fact, ठीक है. इस गिनती के हिसाब से, इस कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से अगर मैं चलूँ तो अक्टूबर 15 तक जो है मॉनसून चला जाना चाहिए था, but this did not happen. Historically, this has always been a statistical average, and the actual withdrawal is usually within a few days of this. Okay, within a few days of this it is there, but it was not there this time. However, this year the withdrawal has been extremely delayed. Factoring in these changes must become a key part of a state's and city's disaster management preparedness. So for that, people had to be for this, in such cases there had to be a lot of plans and preparations to be already done, so that people at the end do not face any problem. The southwest monsoons withdrawal also heralds, that is signals. Herald is a verb which means किसी चीज की तरफ इशारा करना, ठीक है, कोई संबोधन करना, so इशारा करना. The advent is noun which is emergence, okay. Arrival कह सकते हो आप, emergence कह सकते हो किसी चीज का उत्पत्ति होना, okay, या आगमन होना. So advent of northeasterly winds that bring in the northeast monsoon to parts of peninsular Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. While significant to the agriculture there, the northeast monsoon contributes 10 to 12% of India's annual rainfall. So this is the contribution. And against the southwest monsoon, it is 75 to 80%, which is huge. That and its limited geographic spread has meant that the northeast monsoon is not showered with as much research attention. So we have not, for northeast monsoon, it says that much of research has not been done or made for this, and a lot of people have ignored it or deliberately are avoiding it. Or see, the researchers are majorly focusing on the southwest monsoon because it contributes more. But for east monsoon, because the contribution is 10 to 12%, probably they're not paying much of attention. So, but this is not apt. However, studies show that northeast monsoon rainfall displays significant variation and climate models are fairly inaccurate in their forecasts of its unfolding over the subcontinent. So it says that though researchers are not paying much of attention on northeast monsoon, as I said, because of less contribution, but the point of concern or point to note is that the northeast monsoons, they display or they showcase a lot of variation, okay, in their appearance. So instead of ignoring and neglecting, attention or heed should be given and extended to northeast monsoon as well. Because so far also, if you talk about the forecast that authorities have been making, they have not been accurate. Okay, they were not up to the mark, so they should readdress this. Moving ahead, the writer also says there have been significant investments in supercomputing infrastructure to simulate weather as well as to tune forecasts. Simulate is a verb that is to depict or to resemble or to showcase. Okay? Darshana. As well as to tune forecasts to go beyond just giving rainfall estimates and factor in the potential damage of floods and cyclones. Building on these, scientists must also put in more effort and design research programs that better analyze the vagaries of the northeast monsoon. The vagaries are the variations that we are talking about, okay? Variations. So it says that the scientists should study the variations of the northeast monsoon if there are, and so they should pay more and more attention to all of this. Along with more understanding of how climate is changing locally, India needs better science to prepare more effective disaster management plans and improve resilience in a warming world. Resilience is now, which means they have to increase the toughness, improve the sturdiness. Okay, तो कहते हैं एक ताकत को या उनकी जो क्षमता है उसको दृढ़ता को बनाए रखने के लिए और बढ़ाने के लिए they should make better plans so that in case of any mishap or anything that goes wrong, then definitely people could just come up and can have if you have proper plans, okay, beforehand, you have the rescue plans, you have all the management things prepared, then it becomes easier in case of any emergency. Otherwise it is definitely difficult, right, and challenging at the same time. So this was the entire article for the monsoon onset and offset. Okay, remember the word onset, learners, and do not forget to make the notes of the words that we discussed. And as I say always, that the list of the words is there on the site. You have to go to the link in the description and you get the list of the words right there. So start practicing these words without wasting any of your moment and time. I shall be seeing you soon in the next session. Till then, keep learning and growing, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel for regular sessions with us. Do subscribe it right away. Thank you so much.